Alright guys, hey, Pathfinder 33 here today, and we find ourselves today in Fort Worth, Texas, the town of cowboys and culture. And we're going to go around town and show you the top 10 caches that you can look for while you're here at GeoWoodstock here in a couple of months. We are right now in the center of town at the post office and going to be going 10 through 1 for the top 10 caches in Fort Worth. So come on, let's go for a geocaching adventure. Alright, so I know this video may run a little long. Bear with it till the end. The best are saved for last. However, I need to give an honorable mention real quick. GCV8A2, which currently, when you do a search on geocaching.com, comes up as geocache number 2. It is a multi-cache. However, we're going to skip it in today's video because it is a multi-state multi-cache. Today's video is going to focus on geocaches that you can accomplish while you are in town for GeoWoodstock. So a multi-state multi-cache unfortunately is out. However, wanted to mention it. It is the second highest favorited cache in the Fort Worth area with 86 favorite points. So maybe it's worth doing stage 1 while you're here. If you know somebody in Ohio or Florida who can do those legs of the multi, it may be worth stopping and doing. However, for today's video, we're going to go ahead and skip it, but wanted to make sure that we mention it. It will be in the description at the bottom. All right, guys, and so this is where we are starting off the top 10 list of geocaches in the greater Fort Worth area. However, need to caution you guys, this cache from parking spot to the observation area that you have to go is about a quarter mile one way, so half-mile hike round trip, but the trail looks like this. Very uneven, very unmaintained, so not exactly handicap accessible. It is a terrain rating of 4, and this is also the only earth cache on the list. So let's get down the trail and take a look. All right, guys, so this is about halfway down, and you can see based off of this trail, you're gonna want to bring some good solid shoes. Down there at the falls is where you have to go for this earth cache. It's a beautiful location located right here on the river. It's dammed up, and then flood control dam right here, and then the falls down here at the bottom is the subject of the earth cache. So this is the location that you've got to get to answer the questions. So definitely not one for the weak-legged or the faint of heart. Remember that a hike down this terrain in the summer means that you have to hike back up it. So plan appropriately. This is cache number 10 on the list, Waterfalls, Lake Worth, with 47 favorite points. So off to a good start today. Let's get back up the hill, and then we'll head off for cache number 9 on the list. All right, guys, so stop number 9 has brought us to Craven's Kitty Cat Napping. If you are curious why the logo for GeoWoodstock has a panther napping on top of it, well, this sculpture right here ought to help solve the mystery. Fort Worth is known as the Panther City. This cache has 49 favorite points. It's in a cool little park right across the street from the courthouse. There are a couple of things that you have to do at this location to be able to claim the virtual, but easily done. Should only take a few moments of your time to stop and grab this one, and then off on your way back to the party. All right, guys, stop number 8 brings us to a traditional cache called Only Rock in the Park. And no lie, this is the only rock in the park. So this cache brings you to a historical marker that talks about the landscape around it. Originally in this valley was what was once Fort Worth before it was relocated up on the bluff over here. This building right here is the Tarrant County Courthouse. It is located on the National Historic Register of Places, built in 1893. What is called the Paddock Viaduct, or the Main Street North Bridge, was completed in 1914. This was the first bridge in North America that was supported by concrete arches. So a very cool place. It's got some very interesting surroundings and history from this one cache location. You can see here they've got some flood control measures going on. This place is teeming with wildlife during the summer. They have found American alligators as far up as this portion of the Trinity River. There are some ducks floating around. And then here is the Paddington Viaduct Bridge with its self-supporting concrete arches. The first one built in North America, completed in 1914. So Tarrant County in this portion of Fort Worth has a lot of rich history, is worth the stop. However, from the parking coordinates for this cache is about a half-mile walk from this direction. It is on a paved bike path. However, know that to come in and get this from the parking coordinates for the geocache from the cache page is about a half-a-mile one-way walk, so mile round trip. The parking place is a pay-to-park Monday through Friday from till 6 p.m. I believe that is correct, and free on the weekends and after 6 p.m. The park is only open from 7 to 11 p.m. So plan your trip accordingly. They do prosecute trespassers who are found in the park after 11 p.m. All right, so that is Only Rock in the Park, cache number 8 on this trail of top 10 caches in Fort Worth. So worth the time, but know what you're getting into for this one. On a hot summer day, a mile walk down here by the river could be strenuous. Plan accordingly. We'll see you at cache number 7. All right, guys, so wicked little twist in the video. We're not at the location for cache number 7, but we're gonna film it from here because number 7 is a puzzle cache. It is called WMD. It has 53 favorite points. You have to find a bunch of little army men. I've come across them over the years and kind of didn't exactly know what they were for because I really didn't pay attention to the mission. These soldiers all have numbers attached to them. They then in turn give you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H for you to decode the coordinates to the final. So it really doesn't matter if we go to stage 1 of the puzzle cache or not because there's nothing there. So I figured we'd stop at the Amon G. Carter Jr. Exhibit Hall. This is the location for where GeoWoodstock is going to take place. This is all the VIP parking right here. And so there is plenty of parking. Plenty of handicap spaces. I know that has been a concern for questions, but this entire row right here where I am illegally parked for a few moments is all handicapped accessible parking. So no worries there. So back to cache number 7. You have to find all of these little soldiers and then it ends up getting you to a place. He gives you parking coordinates as well. However, there is about a mile one-way walk to get to the ammo can from the parking spot. So in the summertime, this may be, for people not used to the heat and humidity that will come with Fort Worth, maybe a little strenuous of an activity. Make sure that you take water with you. Make sure that you plan accordingly. So that being said, here's the Carter Center where we are going to host Woodstock at. They have another thing going on right now back here, but figured it was going to be a good spot since I was driving past it to stop and film for geocache number 7 on the top 10 list. Back in the car headed to cache number 6. Hey guys, stop number 6 brings us to the Fort Worth Water Gardens. It's got 53 favorite points. It's a cool little place to visit. Let's go check it out. This is a beautifully sculpted park full of trees and water features that during a hot summer day like Woodstock's gonna probably end up being, this would be a nice place to visit to cool off in the summer heat. The water garden has a sunken down water feature that has water running down the walls 360 degrees around it. 2 staircases lead you down to the bottom, and this pool during the summertime actually makes this park really a cool place to visit during the hot summer days. There is a traditional cache here. This is our first traditional cache on the top 10, and is a cool, nice, tricky little find that we found just moments ago. Come down, make sure this is one of the stops that you plan on your trip to Fort Worth while you're down here for GeoWoodstock, and you will be amazed by the cool water features in the Fort Worth Water Gardens Park. Alright guys, stop number 5 has brought us to the headquarters for the Fort Worth Fire Department. You can see a bronze statue behind me. You've got to use these plaques that are off to the left and right to decode a couple of words, and then get a couple of dates hidden on some objects here at the fire department. It's a really cool old virtual, has 64 favorite points, and is located right here at the headquarters for the fire department. So this would be a phenomenal stop for people looking for a good virtual at a nice old firehouse while here for GeoWoodstock. Alright guys, so stop number 4 brings us to fire station number 17, Little Big House. This cache has 67 favorite points and is a miniature replica of the big firehouse. So when you come up to the cache, this is a great geocache. I mean, it's number 4 on the list. And check this thing out. But you got a lock. And so where else at a fire station would you find a key for a lock then in a sprinkler? So key in hand, you get to open up this cache, and this one has all kinds of cool little swag items that the fire department has left in here for you guys. Little footballs, koozies. Believe this bag right here is a fire department. There you go, fire department bag. They've got pens. So if you forget to bring your pen to this one to sign the log, well, we've signed it right down here. Don't worry, they got you covered. There's all kinds of swag items in here. I left a plethora of travel bugs. And so this stop is stop number 4 on the top 10 geocaches of Fort Worth. All right guys, we are at the location for cache number 3. It is at the Fort Worth Stockyards. This cache you will be able to get if you show up early and attend the event that is at the Stockyards. You can ride the mechanical bull they're gonna have. They do have the brick lined streets. They do run the cows up and down the streets twice a day, and you can smell it. In order for you to get cache number 3, Virtually Cowtown 4 stock options with 68 favorite points, you have to get some information off of a plaque for this statue right here. You have to know the cowboy's name, sculptor's name, a picture wouldn't hurt. All of that information is found on the other side of the statue, which is why I'm on this side of it. This is number 3 down here in the Stockyards. This is just a wonderful place. Come down, enjoy. You can, again, like I said, get this cache if you come early and attend the Stockyards event. There's plenty of parking here as well, so no worries there with that. We look forward to seeing you down here in Fort Worth. Now off to cache number 2. All right, guys, and so stop number 2 on our list, since we're not counting the multi-state brings us to Virtually Cowtown. This one is in another little water feature around downtown. This cache has 69 favorite points as of today. I've also found this one previously, and so no more favorite points for me. But you've got to count all of the cattle in the mural behind you, so this is all you get to see of the mural. But they do have a cool little fountain area that you can dance in the summertime. There is a pavilion back here so that they do have live music on occasion. It is within walking distance of plenty of food and drink locations, and is the site of a phenomenal old virtual cache. So make sure that you plan time to come down here and visit stop number 2 on this list, Virtually Cowtown. All right, guys, we are here at the #1 geocache in the Fort Worth area. This is a virtual cache known as Alexander. It has 93 favorite points. I have yet to log this one, neither has my wife, so I'm stinking suspicion it may have 95 here in a minute. Still makes it #1 on the list. Alexander's the brainchild of a local art teacher. She commissioned a student to create Alexander to certain specifications for her. Due to an illness, she was unable to monitor him, and by the time she got to feeling better, Alexander was too large to move into the backyard where they had wanted him. The neighborhood all fell in love with him, and Alexander has been allowed to stay in the front yard. You have to answer a couple of questions for this virtual cache. However, I can see why this is the #1 most favorited geocache in the greater Fort Worth area. Just look at him. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out to the end. Thanks for coming along on this amazing geocaching adventure as we discover the top 10 geocaches in the greater Fort Worth area. I've enjoyed making the video. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. There will also be a link to all 10 geocaches, including the 2A multi-state multi-cache. I'll make sure to include it with an asterisk on in the description below. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Either way, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you thought about the caches. And if you're visiting from out of state, let me know which one you think that you're going to enjoy the most. I know which one I have today, and I thank you for making it to the end of the video. Until next time, get out there, get caching, and we'll see you on the next geocaching adventure. All right, guys, and a public service announcement for all visitors who are going to be visiting these wonderful caches in the GeoWoodstock area location, the top 10 for Fort Worth. The owners of this cache have it placed on private property. Along with some of the other geocaches in town that are on private property, the cache owners have asked you not to dawdle, not to lag around, not to lollygag. They want you to get in, do this, and move about. There are going to be numerous amounts of cachers here during that weekend, and we just ask that you get in, do your cache business, and then politely get out, and try not to back up traffic in some of these pedestrian locations. Cache owners go to great lengths to make sure that they have permission to keep a cache somewhere. We want to be able to keep these caches around. We don't want to upset landowners, and we want to have these caches around for years to come so other cachers can enjoy them. So just take that in mind as you are out and about during the GeoWoodstock weekend. Thanks.